Okay, so today I will continue from my yesterday's live streaming on Facebook. Yesterday we were talking about the concept of indices, about the concept of indices. Okay, let me do a review of what we learned yesterday. Yesterday, um, I gave up three laws, indices laws. So let me write them down first. So this is the first law of indices, and this is the second law of indices we talked about yesterday, and the third law. Okay, so I hope you understood what I taught yesterday, and today forward. I'm going to move forward and introduce to you a few more indices laws. Okay, so so these these were taught yesterday, and let me add on to this list of indices laws. We are going to talk about negative index. Okay, so if you have a to the power of negative m, and if you want to convert it into a positive index, so you should get this. Okay, so for this is expressed in negative index, while this is in positive index. Okay, so let me introduce another one. What if you have a to the power of 0? What do you think you are going to get? So by the way, if you have anything to the power of 0, you should get 1. Next, what if you have a to the power of a fraction? What if you have like a to the power of half? Then a to the power of half is actually square root a. Okay? And then what about a to the power of 1/3? For a to the power of 1/3, you are supposed to get cube root a. Okay? So these are the, okay, let me add the previous one here as well. A to the power of negative m is equal to a to the power of m and 1 over a to the power of m. Okay, so today I'm going to make use of all these laws to solve some of the questions you may encounter in this indices chapter. Okay, let's do a review first. So a to the power of 0 is 1. So anything to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, then you might ask, what about 0 to the power of 0? Okay, so this is invalid. Okay, so this is invalid. Okay, let me take out a calculator. And double check. Yes, so this is a special case. Okay, this is a special case, and we are going to solve some questions. Okay, let's start off with some questions. Okay, let me start off with a very simple question first. Okay, then over here, if you can recall, you can actually make use of this at the start. You can make use of this law at the start. I hope you can see this negative 2 is similar to your power n out of the bracket. So what you do here is you are going to apply the negative 2 into the whatever is inside the bracket. So what do you have for this term? You are going to have a negative 3 times negative 2. And next, I'm going to do this b 4 times negative 2. And therefore, you should end up with a negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. And b to the power of 4 times negative 2 is 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Okay? And by the way, you can see, right? This b to the power of negative 8 is in negative index. So let me change it to positive index. So let me change the b to the power of negative 8 to positive index. A to the power of 6 is already in positive index, so just copy down. And when you convert your b to the power of negative 8 to positive index, you are supposed to get 1 over b to the power of 8. And if you times these two together, you are going to get a to the power of 6 over b to the power of 8. And by the way, this answer and this answer, they are both correct. So it really depends on what the question wants. Okay, if the question wants you to express your answer in positive index, so you're supposed to give this as an answer. And if the question never asks you to express your answer in positive index, this answer is fine. Okay, but let me emphasize this answer is in negative index. Okay, so now let me proceed to a harder question. So if you get this, okay, and I hope you can see that this is neither square root or cube root, but 2401 to the 5th root. Okay, so if you express it in this indices form, you're supposed to get 2401 to the power of 1/5. And what are you going to do here is, so you can actually use your calculator. 2401 is actually 7 to the power of 4. Okay, so this 2401 can be expressed in 7 to the power of 4. And what do you get after this? So you will get this. And now what you need to do is, so you can make use of this a to the power m bracket to the power n, so times, so your answer should be a to the power m times n, right? So what you need to do this 7 to the power of 4 times 1/5, and you will get 7 to the power of 4 over 5. Okay, so this is in positive index. Okay, next, let's do a harder questions. So what if I have this? So what if I have e to the power negative 3 f of 4 and I have this? Okay, so what you do is you can actually see that you can make use of this law, right? Okay, so let me just write it side so that you can refer to this. So I hope you can see that this negative half is similar to your this n. Okay, so what you do is you are going to apply your negative half, which is a power, to each term inside the bracket. So let me apply my negative half, which is a power, to the first term, which is my term with e. So you get e to the power negative 3 times negative half. Okay, let me look at my second term, which is a term with letter f times f to the power 4 times negative half. Okay, and then now you can actually simplify your this further. So negative 3 times negative half, you will get e to the power of negative, no, negative times negative, you are supposed to get positive. So you are going to get 3 over 2. Okay, times f 4 times negative half, so you are supposed to get 2. Okay, so let me express it in positive index. So you will get this, right? Hope you still remember. Hold on, let me rewrite it. So your this negative index, I change it to positive index. So I hope you remember this. So if you have a negative power, so what you do is change it to a positive index by having a 1 over a to the power ampere. Okay, so right now let me combine these two together. So you're supposed to get e to the power 3 over 2 on top and f to the power 2 below. Okay, so yep, before I end this video, I'm going to attempt a more complicated question so that you have a better understanding of all the rules from this chapter of indices. Okay, let me write down the question first. Okay, so first thing first, you have to do for this bracket, and then you also have to do for these brackets. So let me start with the first bracket. So what I do is I'm going to apply my this power 2 into each term in the bracket. Okay, so I'm getting m to the power negative 7 times 2, and next I'm getting n to the power negative half times 2. Okay, and I'm going to continue to do for the second bracket here. So times, just copy down. So similarly, you have a negative 1/3 out of the bracket, which is a power. So what you do is you apply this 1/3, negative 1/3 into each term in the power, in the bracket. So what you're going to have for this is m to the power 3 times negative 1/3 times n negative 3 times negative 1/3. So I'm going to simplify this further. you are going to get m to the power of negative 14 here times n to the power of negative 1 times m to the power of 3 times negative 1/3 negative 1 times n to the power of negative 3 times negative 1/3, and you are supposed to get 1. So with all this, what you can do is you can see that you have your m here, and you have your n and your n here, right? So you can start to see, you can apply this law here. I hope you remember it, but let me write it just beside here, okay, on the right side here, so that you can refer to this if you cannot remember it. So let me combine this, or before I combine them, let me rearrange it so that you can see it more clearly. So let me pack all the m terms together and pack the n terms together. Okay, so you can start to see by making use of this. For the m term, I'm going to get negative 14 plus negative 1, and the times sign. I'm going to combine my n using this as well. So just see, I'm getting this. And by the way, this is not the final answer, so let me simplify it further. So this is minus 14 minus 1, so you get minus 15 times n minus 1 plus 1 and the power of 0. And by the way, this is also not the final answer if I'm going to express it in positive index. So if I express m to the negative 15, you should get 1 over m to the power of 15, okay, and then n to the power of 0 is 1, right? Okay, I hope you can recall a to the power of 0 is 1, while a is not equal to 0. Okay, so you get 1 here for n to the power of 0. So therefore, your final answer in positive index is 1 over m to the power of 15. Okay, so before I end the day, so I hope you have a very good understanding of the concept of indices. And by the way, with the 2 videos I have done so far, we have completed the first chapter of our O-level elementary maths syllabus. Okay, so I will continue to do more videos on other chapters going forward. So I look forward to hearing from you, your feedback, and what I have done well and what I have done not so well, and hope to hear